I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap, you know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for. Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth. Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? You know, my father once told me.
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh, what is it?
She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
Be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep... The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. that simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. And I'd find you.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
I mean, what's the point? Wait.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the... What's the point? The point? 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 What is it? What does that mean? 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 What does that mean?
What's the point of it? Any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's just asleep.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
Music became the only thing he truly cared about, even more than his first love, Chloe. First love? Okay, Benny. Is that why you didn't sneak out with me? Why not just tell me? You do realize I waited for you out in the alley for like an hour, right? Ugh. So anyway, back to the story, I guess. He'd loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable. You're doing great, buddy.
Knock, knock. You're going to be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you.
Hey, B. Just wanted you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. Reads like Dickens. Really just very cool stuff, kiddo. You should be very proud, okay? Okay. Love you, buddy.
If he's ever in pain, or if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do
all he needs to do is press that red button, and then the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's...
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, is that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening. Make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey...
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like...
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think. There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then, when he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope.
How he reminded them of exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he was going to go, he was
Okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts. Close your eyes now and keep them closed.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.